Hello students and welcome to Education Eternity. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe the channel, like the video, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And now class 10th ICSC Physics. Your next chapter is heat calorimetry. Calorimetry from the unit heat. Now what is heat? So heat is the internal energy of molecules constituting the body. It flows from a hot body to a cold body when they are kept in contact. So we know that each substance is made up of molecules. The molecules in substance are in state of random motion, and each molecule exerts a force of attraction on the other molecule. Thus, the molecules possesses kinetic energy. Due to their random motion and potential energy, due to the molecular attractive forces, the sum of the potential energy and kinetic energy is their internal energy. The total internal energy of molecules of substance is called its heat energy. So what is heat energy? The total internal energy of molecules of substance is known as a heat energy. So what are the units of heat? The SI unit is joule, and other unit, and basically the most common unit is calorie. So what is 1 calorie? 1 calorie is the unit of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. You can be more specific in it that 1 calorie is the heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. Why I am taking this specific? Because this is a precise definition of 1 calorie, where the initial and final pressure are taken 14.5 and 15.5 degrees Celsius respectively. In the same manner, you can also define 1 kilocalorie. 1 kilocalorie is the heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of water from 14.5 degree Celsius to 15.5 degree Celsius. Now, temperature. So the first thing about temperature is temperature determines the direction of flow of heat. Now what is temperature? Temperature is a parameter which tells the thermal state of a body. What is thermal state of a body? The degree of hotness and coldness of a body. It determines the direction of flow of heat when two bodies which are at different temperature are placed in contact. So when a body receives heat energy, the particles constituting the body, it start vibrating more vigorously, and so its temperature rises provided its physical state or dimensions remains unchanged. Now unit of temperature. So the SI unit is Kelvin, the symbol is K, but we have two more common units. One is degree Celsius and another is degree Fahrenheit. Now factors affecting the quantity of heat absorbed to increase the temperature of a body. First, mass of the body. Second, increase in temperature of the body. And third is the material or substance of the body. So these are the three factors which affect the quantity of heat which is absorbed when we have increase in temperature with the body. And there is a formula Q equal to mc delta T, and this formula is really important for you for numerical purpose also. Now you should know the difference between heat and temperature. Now what is thermal capacity? The heat capacity of a body is the amount of heat energy required to raise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Now it is denoted by the symbol C dash. Therefore heat capacity is C dash equal to Q upon delta T. Now the SI unit of heat capacity is joule per Kelvin. Now specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity is of a substance is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of unit mass of that substance through 1 degree. And again it is denoted by small c, and it is Next, we have a relation between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. So heat capacity, which is C dash, equal to m into specific heat capacity, which is your small c. Now one more thing, usually a good conductor has a low specific heat capacity while a bad conductor will have a high specific heat capacity. Now, calorimeter. A calorimeter is a cylindrical vessel which is used to measure the amount of heat gained or lost by a body when it is mixed with other bodies. Usually it is made of copper. Because copper has low specific heat capacity, so the heat capacity of calorimeter will be low. The outer and inner surface of the vessels are polished so as to reduce the loss of heat due to radiation, and for insulation it is placed inside a wooden jacket. The space between the calorimeter and the jacket is filled with some poor conductors such as wool, cotton, etc. to avoid the heat loss by conduction, and it is also covered with a wooden lid to avoid the heat loss by convection. The lid has two holes, one for the stirring, that is mixing of the content properly, and the other one is for the thermometer. Now, what is principle of calorimetry? The principle of calorimetry is really important because it is the heat energy lost by a body will be equal to the heat energy gained by a body, and this is known as principle of calorimetry, and we have a mathematical statement for it which shows that it is true. Now there are some natural phenomena which you should know. Why the climate near the seashore is moderate. Hot water bottles are used for fermentations. Water is used as effective coolant. In cold countries, water is used as heat reservoir for wine and juice bottles to avoid their freezings. All plants and animals have high content of water in their points. So these are some natural phenomena which happen, so you should know all of these. Now, change of state or change of phase. So we know that solid to liquid is known as melting, liquid to gas is vapor, again gas to liquid is condensation, liquid to solid is freezing, solid to gas is sublimation, and gas to solid is solidification. So yeah, basically the change of state is this. The process of change from one state to another state at a constant temperature is called change of phase, and it is brought about by the exchange of heat. Now we have two more things. One is melting, other is fusion. Melting, the change from solid to liquid phase by the absorption of heat at a constant temperature is called the melting, and the constant temperature at which a solid changes to liquid is called the melting point for that respective substance, for respective solid. The next one is your vaporization or boiling. So again, the change from liquid to gas on absorption of heat at constant temperature is known as vaporization, and the particular point at which the solid does this is known as the boiling point. Now we have latent heat and specific latent heat. So the specific latent heat of a phase is the quantity of heat energy absorbed or liberated by the unit mass of the substance for the change in its phase at a constant temperature. It makes you Q equal to M into L, and we'll have two formulas, Q equal to MC delta T and Q equal to M into L, and I have also said that heat gained by a body is equal to heat lost by another body. That is the principle of calorimetry. These three formulas are really important for you so that you can do your numerical work. That said, the numerical video will be separate. Hope you like the video, you have understood the chapter. Any queries you can ask in the comment section, and thank you students for watching this video.